I got a lot of responses to that video that people had never heard of a cob house and they didn't even know what a yurt was, which I actually found really surprising because I kind of just assumed that everybody knew what those things were, but here's a little introductory. Also, I'm filming inside today because it's absolutely pouring outside, so yeah, you get a view of the inside of the house truck. So traditionally, Mongolian yurts are a temporary tent structure. They get taken down and put up when the nomads move from place to place. But in modern times, there's a whole bunch of companies that manufacture them out of waterproof tarpaulin material with a felt layer on the inside, so you can live in them all year round. They're generally thought of as a pretty cheap option for building a cabin or something like that fairly quickly. I think you can get a yurt kit for something like $25,000 or something, and you can just set it up and that'll give you like 1,500 square feet of living space. And then for cob, especially here in British Columbia, you can't talk about cob building without talking about the Mud Girls. The Mud Girls are this like wonderful anarchic female-owned building cooperative where they help to build cob houses all over the province. Cob is a traditional building material that was used in many different cultures, actually. It's kind of related to like adobe or something along those lines, so all it is straw or some kind of a binding fiber, mud and sand all mixed together, and then you can use that kind of like dirt Play-Doh to make structures out of. They kind of have a very primal, organic sort of aesthetic to them, and their big benefit is that they're really, really cheap because you can make them out of like off-cut straw and mud and clay. The downside is that they take a really long time to build and they're super, super labor intensive. But I've always really loved the aesthetic, and in my head I always thought it'd be nice to build something like that. Unfortunately, mud and clay is pretty heavy and not very vibration resistant, so obviously I couldn't build that on the back of a truck. So the inside of the house truck is all just done in wood, cedar paneling, plywood, just stuff, normal buildings materials like that.